Hello everyone, I'm roughly man-sized, this is Hades, episode 13, lucky number 13. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, and I feel like a new woman. We're one day out from the next major update, which is nice. I'm looking forward to it, excited. I still don't really know what's going to be in that update. Of course, in your reality, that update will already be out by the time you see this. So, how was it? Tell me.
If I may be so bold, my lord, perhaps the merest sight of me still stirs in you a memory of my performances of yore.
I think we've had this dialogue already, right?
To tolerate your insolence. We're finished here.
Okay, alright, we're finished here.
Obvious.
The dialogue's kind of reached the point with me where it's gotten so repetitive.
I sense the growing darkness in you.
Blah blah blah. It's all kind of along the same lines at this point, you know. We don't really need to
Hey, what's that you're drinking, Meg? Anything good?
check up on this.
Whatever it is, it's weak enough to be mistaken for your blood.
Ooh,
Nice.
that stings.
I'll just leave you to it then.
Alrighty. Hey, feeling good. I'm eager to get this Hydra kill.
Hey, Rome.
I want it. I want it so bad. I want this Hydra kill. Unfortunately, it means like I probably should focus on the game as much as possible. 3 keys. We don't have enough to unlock new ones. It's only a matter of time. Every successive run is slightly more powerful due to the mirror. What can we get here? Let's see. What does Avenger gain? Does again every rank you recover 50% of damage attack. Counterattack you right after. Right. That's good. Let's put another rank in there. How high does that go? Each rank lets you recover 15% of damage you take by counterattacking right after you take damage. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if that's instant. Like you instantly get that 50% or 30% now. If I counterattack, I instantly get 30% back. That would be nice. Okay. Major update. I don't know if we should expect a new weapon or a new floor.
Let's see here.
And our last one is just Ares, right? So we want to take a boon off the bat. So in the second floor we can change. And with the shield, crackling energy attacks off the shield would be good. I really haven't used Aphrodite's blessings much. So we have the black shawl. Still never used that. Pass through foes that would others. That's really kind of stepping on the toes of the dash a bit, huh? You take this there, stay alive for 10 once. We haven't used that either, but we have that of a sword already. I'm liking Poseidon's boons a lot. Let's go for Athena. Let's go for Athena with the
I
shield.
think I'll try this one.
Okay. Get ourselves collected and ready to go. Ready to win. And here's our Athena boon immediately. Basically dictate the entire run.
Aegis, the original itself. My own shield was forged
Much later. Yeah. We know shields. Okay. Rare. Your special is stronger. We only got one rare to choose from. Titan Toppler. Your dash is slightly slower, but deals damage and can reflect. Special, your attack is stronger and can deflect. Okay. So we're going to go for Divine Flourish here. We had a good run where we dominated against Meg. Basically using the special. Woo, that was a bit close for comfort, but deliberate. I just had a moment there where I thought about using the dash to get out of the way. How many times has that gone wrong for me? We did... Oh, God. We had that great run against Meg a few runs ago. Probably about 4 or 5 now. Where we had no trouble just throwing special after special. And I think we could probably... I'm going to trust in myself here to not take damage, and I'm going to go for the Aphrodite. We were just talking about how I don't use Aphrodite enough. Whoops. And there goes all that trust I just built up in myself. Okay, okay. We know we can safely use the special. Like, it's so safe to just throw the special around. Cap. Okay, something that makes our special stronger would be nice, or perhaps the dash. You're not here for dialogue, right? Okay, passion dash. What cast? Cast fires a mid-range 6. Shard spread this. This is the really... It says mid-range, right? But, oh gosh, I need to commit this to memory. This is the special that is really short. So I'm going to take the passion dash.
Strength and beauty.
We're kind of at our ambrosia limit, right? So we don't need to do that. I believe in the dash abilities, especially when you're doing things like dash in, although I don't think that dash in, attack, dash out. We should be fine here. We don't even really need to use special since these guys are so easily staggered without shields. I'm more worried about these pots. Get staggered. Get staggered. And wall slammed. Okay. Textbook. Textbook room. We need to continue that so we can get it back up to full HP. Daedalus Hammer. Nice. That is basically perfect right now. Oh, I want to... You shoot me through the wall. Is that what took damage? Probably not. That's probably just bad. We could use special here to essentially deal passive damage. I just dashed through that wall, I think. And then just focus on not getting hit by these lasers. Okay. Dash through you to get you weak. Keep our distance and keep throwing. Am I using the dash too quickly, do you think? Like, I kind of tend to just go all in on the tap, 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 but maybe I should be a bit slower with that. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. See the difference? See what I mean? Ooh, defensive aura. Your special is 15% fire and returns to you after a single impact. Yeah, we've had that one before. And I don't really see the value in it. I know... What's funny? That's the Hydra's face on that image, right? I know that a shield special build is not great for the Hydra, though. It's really a toss-up between defensive aura and voracious flight. I think I'm going to go for the voracious flight. Defensive aura is also tempting. Just looking for golden pots here. We don't want to waste too much time. I'm starting to feel progress in this game. Starting to feel like I can rush a little bit. Like, I know the loop at this point. Okay. Got a nice kind of safe build here. What's nice about the deflect too is the deflect is basically homing, right? Like, you don't need to... That was a nice shot. We've got a Bloodgate.
Let me see.
We can't turn down a Bloodgate at full HP. I'm still not really sure what the benefit of these Bloodgates is. Like, you get some mobiles. This is... I don't know if we've seen this.
The fathomless expanses hidden in darkest corners of the underworld stretch well past the notice of Lord Hades himself. And yet...
Okay, okay.
It wasn't all that hard to find, really.
No, it wasn't. Something we're not using is the... Yeah. The charge shot. I forget what it's called. So I'm not exactly sure what the benefit of this is yet. Like, we got some obols. Is that it? And now we have to... So this is... We're back on the regular path, right? That's literally all you get from from those blood gates. Should try and dash through these guys and make them weak. These guys should be no trouble. You just have to dodge out of the way of their little pumpkins. Their goblin pumpkins. Throw out special. That's it. So I'm trying to be more patient. Generally, I know I talked about in a previous episode that, actually several previous episodes, how patience is not my strong suit, but mostly that's a joke. I'm actually rather patient. Some would say too patient. Oh, the death grenades. One day I'll learn. One day I'll learn, folks.
I accept this message.
Nice. To spend as desired. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I think Divine Strike is the way to go here.
Athena's power.
Got to update in the codex. In my general life, I'm rather patient. When I'm gaming, I tend to be less patient for some reason. I don't know. Probably all those hidden things, those hidden desires that we want to be impatient. Just have things now that you suppress. Suppress might not be the right word, but that are just kind of lingering, a subset of your consciousness come out while I'm playing video games. Though I tend to play video games. Did I just attack that guy without the shield? How did I do that? No, it was the dash damage. Okay. I thought I'd broken the game for a second. I tend to play video games in the same way I tend to try and live my life. And as much as video games have any kind of real life association. Because they don't really. They're just a hobby. But it's a pretty good room. I do want to get some HP back. Get that HP. I'm not worried, but no golden pots. No? Okay. For example, games like Mass Effect and stuff like that, where you have like a morality involved in them, which are basically about as close as a video game gets to saying something about the person who plays it. I tend to play them, and my decision making tends to be the same as it would be in real life, hopefully. Special. Like, damage. I'm upset. Wow, that was probably not the right thing to do right there, but it worked out. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty rich here.
Take it.
Take them both. Yarn varied now. What does that do again? Go next boon. Nice. I'm gonna go for skip the because I'm not really sure yet what the point is. Like, I find it hard to make the kind of a-hole decisions in games like Mass Effect or Witcher or something like that. You know, like I think of myself as a pretty nice person. You know, as much as I don't know how accurate that is. I never try to be mean per se to people deliberately. I have a tendency to make fun of people probably a little too much without thinking about the consequences of that. But I almost never take the just...
That's what you get.
You know, in RPGs you get the decision that's like, screw this guy, I'm just going to take the decision that gives me the most XP or whatever, even if it means the NPC's life is ruined or whatever. Or just steal from an NPC. It's silly, I know, but it's tough. I relate to... I thought there's more enemies coming in for a second. You know, I relate to fictional characters. I do, and there's a little part of me that I don't want to see them suffer in any way, you know? What is this room? Or at least I don't want to cause suffering upon Oh god, stop panicking when they're like actually easy, and I panic so hard. Yeah, I don't like to cause suffering, even if it's fictional suffering. You don't need to tell me that's silly, like, it doesn't matter. I say that, and yet I've played hundreds of games about shooting, probably literally hundreds of games about shooting people in the face. But there's a difference, you know. For some reason, just generic... Hello? Are you anything? Just generic... hey, that's like a challenge, right? Just generic murder in a video game doesn't seem like a moral choice. You know, it's just the mechanic of the game. Whereas
One of them's not going to like this.
those kind of moral narrative choices do seem more like it. Okay, let's talk about the game. Aphrodite or Athena. There's a visual glitch here. Supergiant, if you're watching. I don't really see the benefit of Aphrodite's boon so much right now. Maybe that means I should take it and learn. I'm more inclined to take an Artemis boon. Well, we get them both anyway, right? I resist some damage from traps. Hey! Game knows me. After you take damage nearby flows and briefly deflect. After you take damage nearby flows. So we get some revenge damage, and we should be doing that to get our HP back. It feels like... feels like such a kind of low T move. Low testosterone move to take the trap, reduce trap damage. But, know thyself, right? Like Neo, we have to know ourselves. It's the first step to improving. It's to know who you are. So, oh, okay, we missed the dodge there. Dodged in the wrong direction. I'm just trying to keep level-headed. Just keep aware of everything that's coming in towards us. We're pretty safe here for the moment. Whoa, James. Calm down, James. I should re-watch Hercules. I don't think I've seen it since I was about 10 years old. That wasn't so bad. I do like the shield, and just throwing the shield over and over again.
A loving heart is a forgiving heart, don't you agree?
Yeah, you still love me. Resist some damage from nearby foes' attacks. Nice. When slain, foes damage other nearby foes until the weak. Hey! I like that. I like the sound of that. We've not... Yeah, we had that and turned it down already. Not done anything with our cast yet. I feel like the game... The kind of general design of the game incentivizes you to... Oh, nice. Incentivizes you to go for ranged most of the time anyway. So we can take 350 for... No, we can't. We can take the HP or a boon. Yeah. We're kind of got a lot of boons right now. I'd actually like to see some pomegranates over more boons. Though I'm kind of interested to see how many boons we can stack up. We haven't had an HP upgrade yet. So I'm going to take that. I think I'll probably need it for the Hydra later. This should be Meg. And it is blah blah blah.
Even if you manage to get past me, there's no getting
Blah 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 blah
It's
blah.
not a matter.
If you're worried, I'm not worried too much about the dialogue. If you're worried about the dialogue too much, don't worry. We're still in early access. We're gonna... I plan on starting a new save file when the game comes out of early access anyway. Hey, I knew that was the AoE and I just stood there. Didn't take too much damage. Yeah, we're gonna start a new save file eventually anyway. And probably go through this dialogue again. Okay, so Meg here is not posing much of a problem so far. Pretty cheesy, yeah, but effective strategy. Actually, I don't even know if I'd call this cheese. This is basically just a main strategy of the game, right? Full Captain America build. See, what would that look like? She's impervious, okay. What would a full Captain America build look like? Obviously, shield, special upgrades to shield. Upgrades to the shield special, I should say. Also special upgrades if we could get it. We can actually throw the shield while we're dodging this. And do some, what is essentially passive damage. Hey, that was bad. I must admit, I don't actually know Captain America that well. I like Chris Evans. I have a soft spot for Not Another Teen Movie. I know that movie is stupid, but it's kind of fun, stupid in a smart way. If such a thing is even possible. Is such a thing even possible? Yes, it is. Full Captain America build. I have started reading a bit of Marvel, actually. When I was a little bit younger, in university, starting to get overwhelming, I read a lot of graphic novels, quote-unquote, graphic novels. I'm not sure what the difference between comics and graphic novels are. Like, kind of seems just like a marketing thing to me. But I read a lot of non-superhero comics, things like Y: The Last Man, Ex Machina. I think those were both Brian K. Vaughan, right? Walking Dead, and what was Richard Kirkman's his superhero one? Is it called Not Unbreakable. Invincible? Is it called Invincible? So I have read a lot of comics, and I love Watchmen. Controversially, I love both the comic and the movie. It is possible, boys and girls, to like them both. You don't have to hate or prefer one over the other. But never really got into the kind of mainstream superhero comics like Marvel and DC. I had a tendency towards DC more, though. Like, I always wanted to read the comics. There is kind of a hurdle to getting into it, though, as a new reader. Just so much material exists. Well, I haven't seen the stack yet. But recently, I did get into Marvel Unlimited, which is a subscription service, if you're not aware, where you can essentially, I think it's about $9, $10 a month. It's not expensive, like, in any way, shape or form. At least, I guess that's kind of that might be a little privileged of me to say. But I have a Marvel subscription, and I've been reading Ultimate Spider-Man. Spider-Man would probably be my favorite character of the Marvel universe. And oh, okay. Just stay focused here for the last little bit. Don't throw it away now. Hey, okay. We will get a heal after this, I think. So I've been reading Ultimate Spider-Man and really enjoying it. It's still very much where I'm up to it. I think I've read about the first 10 issues. It's the Spider-Man that everybody knows already, you know. Same kind of origin story and early on villains like Green Goblin. Take that, Meg. But if you're interested in getting into the comics, I would recommend Marvel Unlimited.
Yes.
Essentially gives you access to the entire Marvel backlog. And I think it might be 6 months behind or something like that. Or that might be old.
I'll just be a moment, Father.
I don't know.
Should be something useful.
What does this do? In Photoshop is going to spawn a hint. Yeah, those things that I don't take advantage of. Yeah, if you're looking to get into Marvel, you've thought about reading comics, Marvel Unlimited is a pretty good service. Digital, obviously. What do I want to take here? Yeah, Distant Memory would be nice.
Up we go then.
I do think that comics are better enjoyed physical form. You know, there's something about holding it in your hands, being able to kind of like run your fingers over the artwork or whatever.
Made it to Asphodel.
But I've been enjoying digitally reading Marvel Unlimited.
Next island.
the iPad's probably the best way to go about that, but they do have... what we need is some upgrade to shield damage. Not our shields, I mean enemy shields. More damage to enemy shields. Okay. Well, we should have got some of that back, right? The iPad's probably the best way to read digital comics, I would say. You can read them on just a... Does that explode? Is that how this works? You can read them on a monitor as well, just any old PC monitor. And I used to do that for a long time. Don't ask me how. Me hearties, yar. But yeah, I used to read just on a PC monitor or a laptop monitor. And kind of scroll down through the page. But but iPad is definitely preferred. So Marvel Unlimited on the iPad would be my suggestion to get into comics. But having said that, the phone app also is pretty decent. I should really destroy these. I want to get these spawners dead. Okay. Hey, despite all that, we haven't taken much damage yet. Or we haven't... lasting damage anyway. Oh right, that's what I was gonna say. The oh gosh, gotta make it to the Hydra to defeat the Hydra. Well, that's nice. Thanks, game. We can still get it. The phone app. So Marvel Unlimited has an app. Best used on the iPad, but you can use it on your phone as well. The downside of that being it's obviously smaller screen. Since I'm like not even using, I think I've used Cast once. I'm just gonna stick with that. I would like a pomegranate. The obvious downside is that your screen is much smaller, so you can't really get the full page in. But they do have a I think it's called Smart Panel. The Smart Panel mode. Marvel's not paying me to say this, by the way. I wish they were. The Smart Panel mode is the app will kind of go through the comic panel by panel for you and kind of zoom in and out as you go. Hey, get out there on the lava and die. It'll zoom in and out on the kind of important parts of the panel and on the text if need be. And it's surprisingly good, actually. It's, dare I say it, it might be blasphemy to say, but I think the Smart Panel might actually be my preferred way of reading. Because you get this kind of nice flow of reading. Yes, please return shield. Okay, we have some spawners over here. You get a nice flow through the comic that is totally achievable with just your eyes, but I'm not very good at doing it. Nice. You know, sometimes it's not difficult to follow the order of a comic book, but sometimes, you know, you'll read the panel slightly wrong or in the slightly wrong order and be confused. The Smart Panel mode kind of removes all of that. Divine Flourish. Your special is stronger and can deflect. We've leaned so hard on the special, right? But we know it's not great for the Hydra. So the shield just disappears off screen. I think regardless of that, it's the path we should take.
Let me see.
Yeah, don't really need Ambrosia for now. We do want to see Ares so we can get that last keepsake. Yeah, so with the kind of Smart Panel, you can just get a nice flow through the comic. Perfectly readable. And yeah, I'm actually coming around to it as my preferred way to read comics. Of course, the best thing about that is I don't take my iPad with me everywhere, you know, and I do take my phone with me everywhere. So there's the added kind of benefit of just being able to read comics anytime, not having to have the iPad. Because generally, I just carry a small bag around with me. They're kind of very fashionable in Japan. They're like messenger bags, but kind of half-size messenger bags. They're a lot thinner, kind of taller, and I just have one of those. You might have seen them. I never saw them until I came to Japan, but I'm sure they're available in other countries. Alright. I thought we walked out of your hitbox there, but apparently not. Okay. Pretty decent. Pretty decent, folks. Pretty decent. Was there anything in this room? Oh, there is a well.
Something I can use.
I guess we take these.
This one.
Might as well convert these obols to darkness. We do want keys. We want keys and darkness. It's a boss. That must be a mini boss, right? Because we should get the other room before we get the Hydra. We have 135. I think a boon is about... Yeah, that'll be the boat. Yeah, the boat that I kind of hate it. We might be able to buy a boon here. Well, hopefully a pomegranate.
Nearby. Greetings,
Nope.
Caroline.
Basically nothing. Okay, so we missed out on a boon there, but... I assume the pots will work the same way in Asphodel, right? Is the name of this place? Should be golden skull pots. You say you have something you want to say to me.
Fine day to you as well there, mate. Now let's have a look at your supply.
Yeah, but you don't, do you?
All aboard.
If we had slightly more obols and we could take advantage of the Centaur Heart there, I think that would have been the right choice. Since we weren't very rich, probably the wrong choice. Although, if we're being honest, that boat is still a kind of hurdle for me. I need to face it at some point. But we probably would have taken a lot of damage on the boat. Waiting for their shield to come back. Okay, the hitboxes on those skellies are larger than you think, so... We probably would have taken a decent amount of damage on that boat and probably gotten a little forlorn.
What's for sale?
Okay, we definitely want Cyclops jerky.
Just what I need.
And we don't really need the HP. I know I've been taking it basically every time. We do want keys. Plus it allows me to keep avoiding that
Get me out of here.
damn boat. That boat stage. But yeah, I know myself. I would have taken damage. But at the same time, I've got to practice.
Do your worst.
That's just straight up miss, so we have no shield for a long time. Okay. Okay, doke. A little too close there. Okay, that was just bad. There's that patience again. Or lack thereof. Nope, tried to throw my shield at him, didn't have a shield. What was that? That's my, I have a few laughs. So I've been told. And that kind of tittering tisk tisk laugh is my self-deprecating laugh.
Almost there.
Just threw that cast at nothing. I did cast it in that direction and then changed direction after I'd cast it, but the cast hadn't gone out yet. It takes that kind of half second to actually throw it. Bye, shield. See you later. See you sometime in the future. It's actually good that we took the dash. Now I'm realizing the dash attack, because it's a good little substitute when you're waiting for your shield to come back. I should just be attacking more, I think, as well. Like, especially these guys, getting them out into the lava is pretty useful. Just want to make sure this brimstone's taken care of before we do that. I think dash is probably the most valuable boon you can have with the shield. Hey, remember that's a thing? Death grenades? Also, super giant? What's up with this? Should I be allowed here? If you're watching, and I hope you are. Yeah, while you're waiting for
Another key.
pomegranate, nice. Ah, it's actually a tough choice. 2 boons over here. I think we're actually more interested in a single pomegranate than 2 boons. HP. I know I need it. But I also need the pomegranate. Do we get more value? I think we might get more value out of the pomegranate. Keeping it. The best defense, as they say.
What?
Stay alive?
Death is inescapable.
I could do that. Just don't attack. Yeah, dash is probably the highest value boon with the shield, since it affords you another vector for damage when you're just waiting for that shield to return, especially in Asphodel. You know what's even better than having to rely on dash damage when you don't have a shield? It's just not missing your shield throws and having a shield. Okay, let's not get overwhelmed here. Make some space. Yeah, just run through the lava. The hitbox. Super giant, please. The hitbox on those skellies. It's no one's fault but my own. I need to learn. That their hitbox is longer than it looks. Oh, okay, don't step in the lava. We got a well, so hopefully we should be able to buy some HP after this.
Who's going to clean all this up?
Hey. That trap one keeps coming back. I wonder how it chooses which ones to show up here. Like, I know I have more than 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 boons? I don't know if Dark Thirst counts. When slaying foes damage. I think Passion Dash is what we want to go for here. We might need it. We're going to need it on the Hydra when we lose our shield.
Let's see.
Oh, you have to choose here. Right far from the next boon. We're not likely to get any other boons.
Why not?
And we get a chance at the Centaur Heart anyway. We don't have enough money to make the shop worthwhile. And this is the final one. Okay.
That's better.
So here we are at the Hydra. To be honest, I'm not feeling terribly confident. Is this the last room we get for Cyclops Jerky, or is it going to carry over? I think this is, unfortunately, the last room for Cyclops Jerky. Okay. We're going to get 3 HP plus 15%, right? So we're nearly going to be full HP. There's nothing here. Going to be throwing our shield a lot. And we have dash damage. Okay. Could this be the one? Could this be the one?
Back in the lava and no one gets hurt.
Now we know what to do for these early phases. Let's just not get hit by his little arrows. We do want him to be weak. And actually, I think something I'm noticing here is we can get some nice damage from backstabs if we miss our initial shot. It does take a long time for the shield to come back though. I want to dash through him to make him weak. Okay, good. Nope. I assume weak is gonna make these arrows, these kind of projectiles, weaker as well, not just his physical melee damage. I'm a little surprised we're not getting our shield back on these direct hits, but that's fine. Gonna try and deflect them for these backstabs. Now you're weak. Doesn't last long though, the weakness. It's really just a couple seconds. The important thing I think is to not take damage in these early stages, because we're gonna need our HP for later on. Though having said that, these early stages are not terribly difficult. Oops. Didn't actually see that HP there. I don't think it's a big deal. Okay. Now, my strategy at the moment is to kind of... oh, okay. In the lava. You're impervious. I think we kind of want to stand in these corners. Because these guys don't do much. These Electro limbs, right? And as long as... okay. You can reach that far. Good. Should probably alternate sides. As long as we're out of their reach and just throwing the shield, we're pretty safe. And then we want to get direct attacks on the skellies too. Oh, my shield, please. As long as we're getting direct attacks on the skellies to keep them kind of out of our range, we should be fine. Okay, bye. Alright, feeling good. The little Hydra heads do have those ranged bombs, but they don't tend to use them very often. Cool. We should be throwing out a cast when we don't have our shields. Okay, here's the one that gets me. Just stand right up by the... okay. This is maintainable. This is maintainable. This is all we have to do is maintain. Where it's really going to get difficult is... you're watching a man panic. That's what you're seeing here. Where it's... I do not... you get hit by the first one, it's actually quite hard to dodge out of the way of the next one. Okay, he's going to shoot again. We know that. Okay. Patient, he's going to shoot again. No, he's going for melee. It's the next phase I'm worried about. That looks like shots to me. Okay. Yeah, basically just alternates shots and melee. Yeah, that's what we want. Shots again. Can't afford to get hit by the first one. Melee. Come in for a melee. Shots again. And we're almost at the next phase. Yeah, it's the next phase I'm worried about. Here we go. Where I have very little space to move. And unable to utilize my positioning strategy before. I think it's still possible, but we just have to move a lot more. I think you get more distance out of your dashes if you kind of stagger them out a bit. That was a terrible throw. Okay. Yeah, my timing on those dashes should be a little more like that, I think. Hey! You stay away from me. I don't like not having my safe spot. I need my safe space. I need my safe space. Where's my safe space? If we can kill one, we can get a bit of a safe space. I don't want to know how much HP I have. I know it's low. Oh, I don't want to die from the lava. That would be embarrassing. Tragedy abounds. This is literally the worst thing that has ever happened.
Oh, that stupid Hydra.
So, hey, we made it to the Hydra pretty easily, I think. That's kind of the positive to take out of this. Where did we go wrong? Let's take a moment to reflect. That second phase, I don't think we were dealing enough damage. I think the key to that second phase might be to kill those mini Hydras as quickly as possible to make some space. Because there's just very little space. Safe space, and you just need to dodge. Next time, huh? Fingers crossed. Well, thank you so very much for watching. I am roughly man-sized. Leave a like and a comment down below if you feel so inclined. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm also probably going to be starting some new games as well, so expect those in the future. I do like focusing on Hades for the moment, but I do want to diversify the content a bit. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. See ya!